Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Pokeprof, bringing you the finale of Let's Play Mega Man X. When we last left off, we had gone and defeated all the Robot Masters again in the Sigma stages, and with that, we gain access to the final Sigma stage, and the final boss of the game. Now, other than just being in general a very creepy music based when it comes to the level, this level is also very, very difficult. In my practice, it took me actually 2 to 3 runs to actually be able to defeat him. Not exactly easy. But what they did is that the people who made this game actually realized, oh yeah, Sigma's a bit of a dick to fight. So they left you this little area where you can actually just farm health, weapon energy, and lives. So you can basically, no matter how many times you actually die to Sigma, you'll be able to go and just farm right back up and get right back into the saddle. They wanted you to be at full strength when you actually fought him. I don't think they're as kind in later Mega Man games, but then in later Mega Man games they also don't make it so that, you know, essentially the boss can kick you in the teeth 6 ways a Sunday. With that said, we are introduced to Sigma proper. I believe this is actually the first time in-game you actually get to meet him, is when we're going to try and kill him. He also has a puppy. I call this puppy Trouble. Like bass and treble. I actually don't think they ever give him a name. I'll put it up on screen if they do. But Trouble here is, well, like his master, a bit of a dick. He is a very, very fast puppy and can hurt you really easy. I actually find it better just to kind of tank his hits and try to avoid him when he try to go under him when he jumps. Because otherwise, you know, he can just take off a lot of health. As it is, I lost a good almost 2/3 of my health bar in just that fight. Now, usually that fight alone is, you know, more than a little difficult, and I have been known in the past to actually cheese and just use the Hadouken to kill him right then and there. Because I like to save all my energy for this next fight. Now this next fight here against Sigma proper with his fake light sword here is actually pretty easy. You just kind of shoot him with energy spark, which is his weakness, and just keep on staying up as far as you can. And then drop down when you get the chance. I've been able to actually do no damage runs here on this particular phase of the boss fight, which you kind of need considering, well, his next form, which you'll be seeing shortly. But believe it or not, even if you weren't to stay up here in the corner like I'm doing, he kind of does this little pattern anyway, except he just immediately goes right back down to hit you. So it's best to stay up here as often as possible. Ow. I think I'll actually die if I get hit again, so when I get the chance, use up at least 1 energy tank. Now if I'm good, I should not be able to save all 3 of those energy tanks for the final boss. I have needed them before, and I'm afraid I'll need them again. As it is, this is probably the more monotonous part of the boss fight, simply because, well, you're just waiting for him to get all the way up and then going all the way down. And while Electric Spark is his weakness, it doesn't do that much damage. It does like 2-3 things of health. The only real bonus point to this is the fact that if you're smart about it, you're able to do a no damage run on this. This should be actually his last hit. There we go. And now comes, for me, what was a pants-crappingly scary thing to see when I finally beat Second Form Sigma. his third form, a head and a giant mech. Now don't explain how X is able to go and kill this giant mech while they weren't able to kill the giant mech that frickin' Boba Fett had, aka Vile. But we are. And yes, Rolling Shield is its weakness. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. Ow. But if you're good, you're able to stay on his hands as long as possible. I think you might actually be able to climb the walls and... Yee, that was too close. Stay on the walls and actually get back up to his hands, but I just wait for the hands to actually... Ow. Just come down and try to stab me. Because then I can just jump right back up on them and get in there. And usually I can get in 2-3 hits before I have to land on the ground. Actually, this boss fight right now is going a little bit easier. Ow. Than it normally does. Okay, I need to do... Remind me never to say that again. Alright, come on, throw your hand down. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just say this boss fight is just kind of one of those waiting and getting the right thing done. Yes, it is possible, frickin' Sigma. I beat ya. I did it because I'm the frickin' good guy. And then we teleport out right before Sigma goes completely kablooey. And like Wily of old, his base kind of goes kablooey with him. And all we do is look off into the sunrise, because it's late at night. The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who have sacrificed themselves for the victory will never return. False. We get to see Zero again in the next game. He's too popular a character to leave away. Exhausted? How is that possible? He is a robot. X gazes at the destruction he caused and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Find out next time on Dragon Ball... Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry, I just like being a little goofy when it comes to Mega Man X's little credits thing here. Because it's like, while Mega Man X was always more serious than the original Mega Man games was, it's just, you gotta realize how silly some of the stuff still is. I mean, we've fought a frickin' monkey that had electric powers as one of the main bosses. And he was so easy that, because with Shotgun Ice, you were just freezing him into a statue every single time. Also, I love how it goes here. How long will the fighting last? How long will the pain last? Only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. Yes, because your frickin' gun that you use to shoot things knows whether or not, you know, your pain is gonna last for X amount of time. But with that said, that is the end of Mega Man X. It actually goes through here and shows you the name of all the enemies that you fought, though no pictures. Kind of sad. Although a lot of them, it's pretty easy to guess what is what. Actually, I wonder, will this actually show me the name of the dog in Sigma stage? Oh, there's the Met tools. Let's see, Jamminger? Interesting. The eye worm! I knew the iPod would always come back to get us! Oh, there's the D-Rex. Velgarder. I'm gonna see if that's actually the name of the dog. Because if it is, I'll still call him frickin' Treble. And then we get to see all the Maverick / Robot Masters. Chill Penguin, Launch Octopus. It's actually doing it in... Yeah, it's doing it in counterclockwise order. Storm Eagle. Armored Armadillo. So that would put Spark Mandrill up next, right? Flame Mammoth? Okay. So it's not doing it counterclockwise. Make a liar out of me, game. Thanks for that. There you go. There's Spark Mandrill. I wonder if that was like what the developers intended to be the way you go and fought the Robot Masters. Val Sigma, so yeah, Valgarder sounds like it might be the puppy's name. Zero, you are dead. That is why you're shown here. And that is the final thing as you, Mega Man X. And that technically was the credits for Mega Man X. Oh, no, this is actually the proper credits. Excuse me. We get to see the programmers. It being, of course, a game that was originally made in Japan, we get to see a lot of Japanese names. Though I think a lot of these developers actually went by pseudonyms when they actually made this game, or when it came to translating them, they actually didn't do it right. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if the producer was actually called Professor F, for example. Or there was an assistant named White Rock. So that said, it's kind of actually a cool name. I am a White Rock, developer of Mega Man X. With that is actually the end of the game. Short little credit list, short little game overall, but it's one of my favorites from when I was a kid. That said, if we actually wait here for some time, we might actually see something special. Because otherwise, why would they have this weird little box here? I know some kids, when I was, younger, they would just go and turn it off once they got to this screen. So they never saw this. Again, you're a robot. How do you have a spirit? Though technically, in a way, Data can be a spirit, considering, well, he can just download himself Ultron style into a computer. But he will see us soon, in a future game, and many future games to come. With that said, this was Let's Play Mega Man X. And I'll see you guys next time with a new Let's Play. Until then, folks, sweet dreams.